So when we say gradient series po, so it is a series of cash flows where the amounts change every period. So series of cash flow where the amounts change every period. So this is opposite ng annuity. Ano? Kasi yung annuity equal payment, equal amount. So ito naman nagkakaroon siya ng changes every period. And the amount of change yung tinatawag natin na gradient. Ayan. Okay? So, hindi ko kasi na-edit yung ano yung PPT. May solution kasi doon. Kaya, nag-ano na lang muna tayo, nag-canvas. Okay? So, again, gradient, that's a series of payment or receipts that increase or decrease by a fixed amount each period. So, nagkakaroon nga ng changes, either tumataas or bumababa. Pataas or pababa yung gradient natin. Ano po? So, uh, for example, year 1, ayan. Kay year 1, meron tayong 100 pesos. Kay year 2, naging 200 pesos. Kay year 3, naging 300 pesos. Kay year 4, naging 400 pesos. Wait lang po. Ay, yes ma'am, bakit po? Ayan, hello po. Continue tayo. Alisin ko lang 'to. Ayan. So, yun nga, yung ating example, year 1, meron tayong ₱100, year 2, 200, year 3, 300, year 4, 400. So, meron tayong increasing, ano pala ako, eraser. Meron tayong increasing gradient dito of ₱100. Kasi kada taon nadadagdagan ng 100, 'di ba, yung ating pera. Okay? Or for example naman, at year 1 meron tayong ₱500, year 2 meron tayong ₱400, year 3 meron tayong ₱300, and then so on. So nagkakaroon naman tayo ng decreasing gradient of ₱100. So kung titingnan natin yung ating magiging cash flow, siyempre, um, meron tayong year 0, ayan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ayan. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So year 1 meron tayong 100, year 2, 200, year 3, 300, year 4, 400, and then year 5 meron tayong 500. So kita natin that nagkakaroon ng increase, ano po, pagdating dun sa pera natin. And then nagkakaroon ng changes, so diyan sa cash flow na 'yan, ano po, nakikita natin na nagkakaroon ng changes every period. So not the same amount of money every period yung meron tayo, unlike annuity. Ano po, kasi yung meron na nga tayo this time is gradient series. Ano po. So again, it is different from annuity or uniform series kung saan nga payment is equal. Okay? Then we have types. Ano po? So meron tayong types of gradient series. So dito ko na lang nilagay. So I will give you this file na lang po, ano, so that you have a copy. Ayan. So meron tayong types of gradient series wherein we will discuss arithmetic gradient series. Ayan. Or the linear gradient na tinatawag. Wherein yung cash flow natin dito, nagbabago siya. Cash flows change by a constant amount or gradient G each period. Wait lang po ha, may chat lang ang Sir Rick Mart. Ayan, hello po. Pasensya na kayo at aking kinonfirm lang yung, webinar na a-attendan niyo ata sa OGC, ano. So, wala nga pala daw magiging klase by 8 to 12. Okay, pero yung atin naman is 7 to 8. So, tayo ay medyo exempted dun sa rule. Okay, ayan. So, tapusin lang natin, ano po. So, again, yung ating arithmetic gradient, tinatawag yan na linear gradient kasi nga po yung cash flow natin nagbabago siya by a constant amount each period. So, kagaya po nung naging example natin, ito. Ano po, kasi constant na 100 yung nai-increase, 100 yung nadi-decrease. So, that's an example of arithmetic gradient. Okay? So, ginagamit to when costs or revenues rise or fall steadily over time. Ano po? So, we have the geometric gradient series, ayan, or yung tinatawag natin na growth, geometric growth or decay. Ayan. So, ito naman, constant, ano po, yung cash flow natin, ayan, sorry, yung cash flow natin change by a constant percentage G each period. So there is a certain percentage naman, ano po, or for example, 10%. Ano po, so nag increase siya 10%, nagde-decrease siya 10%. So constant lang yung percentage. Ano po? So ginagamit to for modeling inflation, growth rates, or depreciation. Okay? And then, i-emphasize natin, so emphasize pa natin yung ating arithmetic gradient. So unahin muna natin yan. Ano po? And then, we'll give you example of arithmetic gradient. So sabi nga natin kanina, that's linear gradient. Okay? So, that is linear gradient. So, kung saan nga meron tayong constant amount each period. So, yung cash flow series natin, either nag-i-increase, nagdi-decrease by that constant amount each period, na kung saan din po yung year 1 natin is the base. So, yun din po yung tatandaan natin, is the base amount. Okay? Yung year 1 natin is the base amount and therefore, it is not part of the gradient series. Okay? So, dito sa arithmetic gradient, if we were to find, ano po, finding P sub G, ayan, when given G, ayan, so present, ano po, present, given that meron tayong gradient, so paano daw po natin siya kukunin? We have P sub G equal to G over I, the interest, effective rate of interest pa din siya. Ano po? And then quantity of 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 over I 1 plus I raised to n minus n over 1 plus I raised to n. Ayan. So, kung ang hinahanap natin is yung present worth, ano po, dito sa gradient series, given that meron tayong gradient, so yan po yung ating formula. How about A? when given gradient. Okay? So AG is equal to the gradient and then 1 over the interest minus the number of period over 1 plus the interest raised to the number of period minus 1. Okay? So finding F sub G, FG, when given G, ayan. So F sub G, that is gradient, 1 over I multiplied by 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 over I interest minus number of period is F sub G. Okay? So, meron din tayong CF sub N, which is equal to the base amount plus the number of period minus 1 times the gradient. Okay? So, ito po mga formulas na ito, yung kailangan nating tandaan regarding arithmetic gradient. Okay po. So, ayan. So, let's have our example. Ayan. So, problem 1. Ayan. So, for problem number 1, we have a local university has initiated a local licensing program with a well-known company. The estimated fees are 80,000 for the first year with uniform increases to a total of 200,000 by the end of year 9. Ayan, so nakadalawa. Determine the gradient and construct a cash flow diagram that identifies the base amount and gradient series. Okay? So, yung isang local university, so has initiated a local licensing program with a well-known company. So on the first year, yung estimated fee is 80,000, and then at the end of year 9, 200,000. So we need to determine yung gradient and also to construct yung cash flow diagram wherein mapapakita natin yung base amount and the gradient series. Okay? So based on our problem, based dun sa problem natin, meron tayong on the first year 80,000. Okay? And then at the end of 9 years or by the end of year 9, it's 200,000. So sabi nga natin kanina, kung babalikan natin, year 1 is the base amount. So ibig sabihin, CF natin sub 1 or yung base amount natin is equal to 80,000. Okay? And then the total increase over 9 years, paano natin makukuha yung total na in-increase? Yung total na itinaas nung fee over 9 years sa loob ng 9 na taon. So paano natin siya kukuhanin? Okay? So para makuha yon, edi ang gagawin lang po natin, kukunin natin yung difference nung year 9 and year 1. So CF sub 9 minus CF sub 1. Okay? Meaning, we have 200,000 minus 80,000, that is 120,000. Now, for us to determine, okay, for us to determine the gradient, okay, for us to determine the gradient, ano pong ating gagawin? So, ano pong gagawin natin for us to determine the gradient? So, balikan natin to. Ayan. So, this one. We have CF sub n, that's the amount at year n, equal to the base amount, CF sub 1, plus n minus 1 times the gradient. So, dito may gradient tayo, and then from that, i-derive na lang natin yung, formula ni gradient. Okay? So, from this formula, okay, so lagay natin yan, nawala yung bilog. So, from the equation of CF sub n equal to base amount plus n minus 1 times the gradient, where CF sub 1 is the base amount. Ayan. Therefore, lipat natin sa kabila si CF sub 1. So, meron tayong n minus 1 times the gradient equal to CF sub n minus CF sub 1. To determine the gradient, So, di-divide lang natin both sides by n minus 1 to cancel this out, n minus 1. Therefore, meron na tayong formula ni gradient which is equal to CF sub n minus CF sub 1 over n minus 1. Okay? So, from that formula of CF sub n, okay, the amount at year n, meron na tayong formula ni gradient. Ano po? And this one po, our numerator is ito na pong 120. Ano po, nakuha na natin. So, kumbaga, that's the total increase over 9 years. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 120,000 over, ano yung N natin? Yung N natin is 9. Ano po? Kasi 9 years. 9 minus 1. Therefore, yung gradient natin is equal to, so 120 dividing that by 9 minus 1. So we have 15,000 pesos. So meaning, ito yung base amount natin, ito yung gradient natin. So ito yung increase. Ito yung ini-increase every period. Ano po? So kung ipapakita natin siya by, dito na lang sa baba. Kung ipapakita natin siya by cash flow diagram, kasi yun din yung hinihingi sa atin ni problem, okay? So, meron tayong 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. Ayan. So, year 0, syempre wala po. At year 1, meron tayong 80,000. So, let's say 80,000. So, that is our base amount. Okay. So, this is 80,000. Okay. And then, nag-i-increase siya ng 15,000. Ano po, kada buwan. Or kada year, sorry, kada period. So, ibig sabihin, at year 2, meron tayong 80 plus 15, that's 95. Okay. 95 plus 15, that's 110. 110 plus 15,000, so that's 125. Ah, tama. 125,000. And then, 125 times plus 15,000, that's 140,000. Okay. 140 plus 15, so that's 155. Okay. So this is 170. And hindi na siya straight. So this is 185. And then this one is 200. Ayan. So at CF sub 9, that's 200,000. And then this is our base amount, 80,000. Okay. So that is our problem number 1. Okay. So any question po pagdating kay problem number 1? Ang bilis naman ng oras. So, any questions po pagdating dito kay problem 1? Wala naman po. Okay po, so next tayo. So, problem 2. Ayan. So suppose that a certain EOY or end of year cash flows are expected to be 1,000 pesos for the second year, 2,000 pesos for the third year, and 3,000 pesos for the fourth year, and that interest is 15% per year. It is desired to find the present equivalent value at the beginning of the first year and the uniform annual equivalent value at the end of each of the 4 years. Okay? So, if we will to draw yung ating cash flow, okay? So, meron tayong 4 years. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, yung cash flow natin, okay, we can present that in a way na meron tayong, anong sabi dito? Ah, Cash flows are expected to be 1,000 for the second year. So, second year, meron tayong 1,000 pesos. Third year, meron tayong 3, 2,000 pesos. And then sa fourth year, meron tayong 3,000 pesos. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin by inspection na lamang, ano po, by inspection na lamang, kitang-kita natin na yung gradient natin is 1,000 pesos. Okay? So, nagkakaroon ng increase dun sa ating pera. Ano po, ng 1,000 pesos. May increase ng 1,000 pesos kada taon. Meron tayong 4 years, number of period. Ayan. And then sabi sa ating problem, meron tayong interest of 15 years. 15% per year. Okay? So, for us to determine ano po yung ating present equivalent value, the PG. Okay? So, sabi nga natin, that's gradient over the interest. And then 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 over the interest 1 plus I raised to n minus n over 1 plus I raised to n. Okay? Therefore, substitute lang natin. Meron tayong 1,000. Meron tayong 0.15. We have 1 plus 0.15 raised to n, which is 4 minus 1. 0.15, 1 plus 0.15 raised to 4 minus 4 over 1 plus 0.15 raised to 4. Therefore, yung present equivalent value natin is equal to, so 1,000 over 15.15, and then we have 1.15 raised to 4 minus 1. Ayan. Over 0.15, 1.15 raised to 4 minus 4 over 1.15 raised to 4. Ayan. So, kindly check nga po. That's 3,786.44 pesos. Okay. So, same naman po sa sagot na nakuha nyo. Kindly check nga po. How about the uniform annual equivalent value, yung A sub G natin? A sub G, that is equal to the gradient 1 over the interest minus n over 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. So, meron tayong 1,000 pesos na gradient, 1 over 0.15 na interest, 4 years, number of period, 1 plus 0.15 raised to 4 minus 1. A sub G natin is equal to, so 1,000, 1 over 0.15 minus 4, 4. And then 1.15 raised to 4 minus 1. So, meron tayong 1,326.26. Okay? So, that is for our problem number 2. Okay? So, the present equivalent value at the beginning of the first year is 3,000 pesos. 3,700. And then the annual equivalent value at the end of each year is 1,300 pesos. Okay? So take note lang po that the direct use of the gradient conversion factor applies only when there is no cash flow at the end of period 1. Ano po? So again, please take note that the direct use of that gradient conversion factor applicable only, it applies only kapag po wala tayong cash flow at the end of period 1. Just like problem number 2. Okay po? So questions po? Wala namang question? Okay. So okay lang mag-OT tayo ng onte. Idiretso ko lang kay geometric para tapos na natin yung, para hindi na tayo mag-makeup class. Ano po, mabilis lang naman si geometric. So sabi ko lang kanina, ano po, bilisan ko lang para maka-attend na kayo. Ayan. So sabi ko lang dito, ano po, yung cash flows natin, nag-change siya by a constant percentage each period. So yung cash flow series natin can either increase or decrease by a constant percentage, and the uniform change is called the rate of change. Ano po? So i-continue ko na lang dito na yung uniform change natin is called the rate of change. Ayan. Okay? So, dito, hindi kagaya kay, balikan lang natin to, ano, yung kay arithmetic gradient, ito kasi yung arithmetic gradient natin, di ba? Sabi nga, linear, ano po, kasi nga po, kung iaano natin to, ayan, hindi lang tama kasi yung ating scale, ano po, kung nakatama yung scale natin, nandito pa dapat to, ayan. So, linear. Ano po, linear yung pag-increase, yung pag-decrease. Pagdating naman po kasi sa geometric, ano po, for example, dito meron tayong year 1, that's equal to A. At year 2, that is A multiplied by 1 plus F raised F, and then kay year 3 meron tayong A 1 plus F squared. Kay year 4 meron tayong A 1 plus F cube, and then so on. Ano po? Until year end na meron tayong A 1 plus F raised to N. Ano po? F or G. So, yung nilagay kasi natin dito is G. Ano po? Constant percentage. Yung F kasi natin, ano po, doon kasi sa PPT na ginamit, yung F na yun, yun yung fixed percentage. Ano po, yun yung constant percentage. F or G. So, maalin naman po. Ano po. So, dito kay arithmetic gradient, so meron naman tayong formula wherein yung PG natin, present equivalent value natin, is equal to A sub 1 over 1 plus F. Okay? And then 1 minus 1 plus I sub CR. Okay? Raised to negative N over I sub CR. Ayan. So, ano po yung A sub 1 natin? Yung A sub 1 natin, yan yung amount of the first cash flow. So, kumbaga yung kanina, kay arithmetic gradient, yung ating CF sub 1. Ano po? And then yung F natin, again, yun nga yung fixed percentage or yung constant percentage natin. Either increasing or decreasing. And then yung ating I sub CR, so yan po is equivalent to 1 plus I interest per period, and then 1 plus F, the fixed percentage, minus 1. Okay, so take note of that. Okay, So, example na tayo kasi isa lang naman po yung example nitong si arithmetic gradient. Ayan. So, for example, so we need to determine lang naman na ano po, the, ayan, problem 3. Present worth of the following series. Okay. Wherein meron tayong A sub 1, 100. Fixed percentage is 10%. Given that we have interest of 12%, N is 5. So, ibig sabihin, kung yung ating, ayan, 5, ang sabi ay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ayan. Okay? So, ang hinahanap natin is ito, si P. Okay? Given that meron tayong A sub 1 na 100 pesos, so ang sabi ay may fixed percentage tayo na 10%. So, gamit lang yung ating P. Okay? P, 100. 1 plus I raised to N. 1 plus I. So, 0.10. 0.10. So, ibig sabihin, year 2, meron tayong 110. Okay. Year 3, so 110 na yung gagamitin natin. And then 1 plus I, 1 plus F, sorry. F yung gagamitin natin dito, not I. So, we have 121. 121 multiplied by 1 plus F, 133.1. And then, year 5, 133.1 times 1.1. So, meron tayong 146.41. So, if we will to construct yung ating cash flow, ano po? So, yan yung mangyayari. And then, for us to determine our P sub G, the present worth, ano po, for this geometric series, okay? So, kunin muna natin si I sub CR, where again, that is equal to 1 plus the interest over 1 plus the fixed percentage minus 1. So, meron tayong 1 plus 0.12 over 1 plus 0.10 minus 1. I sub CR natin is equal to 1 plus 0.12, so 1.12 divided by 1.10 minus 1, that is 0.01818. Ano po? And then for us to determine our P sub G, so again, that is A sub 1 over 1 plus the fixed percentage, and then 1 minus 1 plus I sub CR raised to negative n over I sub CR. So, substitute lang po. Yung base amount natin dito, the amount on the first year, first period, is 100 over 1 plus 0.10, 1 minus 1 plus 0.01818 raised to negative 5 over 0.01818. Therefore, yung present worth natin is equal to, so 100 over 1.10, and then 1 minus 1 plus the answer raised to negative 5 over the answer is 430.77. Ayan. So, questions po? So, tinapos ko lang ano po, so yan yung ating geometric gradient. Okay? So, questions po, questions? Wala naman po. So, reminder lang po, ano po, I'll be giving you supplementary problems for you to practice solving. Ano po, and then on Monday next week, you'll be having your quiz. 12 to 2, so 2 hours lang yung exam natin since 2 hours lang naman yung class natin at 416. Ano po, so kindly review, ano po, so balikan nyo yung simple interest. Ano po, hanggang dito sa gradient. Okay po. So again, focus din kayo pagdating dun sa mga ano natin ha, interest, effective rate of interest. Okay, so wag kayong malilito. Okay po. All goods naman tayo. May concerns kayo. So, yung supplementary problem, hindi naman po siya for submission. Ano po, hindi naman kasi siya graded. Ano po, binigay ko lang siya sa inyo para may mapagpraktisan kayong isolve. Aside from the sample problems na meron tayo. Ano po, ayan. So, kung wala naman na kayong question, so maraming maraming salamat lalo na sa pag-extend ng oras, ano po. And then, we'll see you po on Monday. Okay? So, mag-aral po ha, ang everyone. Okay? So, maraming salamat po. Thank you. Pasensya